I have a good topic.
Do you?
And I figured we'd just throw right in with it.
I haven't had a glass of wine though. It's not fair. Oh, thanks.
So, I haven't had a full glass of wine either.
Okay.
I'm getting there.
Rocket, what are you doing?
Well, so it's Valentine's Day. The most commercial of all holidays, I would say.
Is it though?
It is. I mean, think about
I don't
another.
know. Christmas.
Christmas is commercial, but Christmas actually had a purpose. Valentine's
Right.
Day has no purpose.
Right.
Valentine's Day was created to be a sales pitch. Well, actually, I think there's like a Saint Valentine, but nobody knows who it really was. And the original Valentine's Day, even the red and the white, you know what I learned today? The red and the white is to symbolize this certain, there was an old ritual that was, they basically got together and they sacrificed animals. And the red and the white symbolizes the blood and the milk that they would mix and like pour over each other and do like crazy,
For Valentine's
freaky
Day?
stuff. Yeah. Well, it wasn't Valentine's Day. It was something before it, but it was like this really
Saint
crazy
Valentine's.
sexual. No, it was long after St. Valentine's, but on the 14th.
Oh, okay.
And then people think that they kind of took that day as well as the death of St. Valentine, and they kind of coupled them together into this because that was all about like pleasure and da 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 da.
Weird.
And then Chaucer, that was the guy who.
Did you do research today? Or something?
Yeah, well, I watched my news guy, and he had a whole
okay.
big breakdown on Valentine's Day. But he said like Chaucer was the first one to associate romance and Valentine's Day. He had like St. Valentine's Day, and then he talked about some poem that brought in romance to the situation. Anyway,
I feel like it's turned more into like a celebration of love, not just with your significant other. I feel like
it should be.
Every year I see that more and more. Like maybe it's because we have a family, so I'm noticing it more too. But it's more just like about love. Everyone.
Valentine's Day. Yeah, I agree. I think Valentine's Day has kind of become a celebration of love, but it's still really commercial. It's like
Yeah, it's
the
still
idea
really
of buying
commercial.
stuff and doing, the amount of money that's spent is like billions
Yeah.
on a Valentine's Day, where it's like, buy me a card, and do me this, and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, it made me like look at holidays in general, because you and I we don't have many strict rules on the holidays, but I think that's kind of loosely like that, and I kind of thought we should go through the major holidays and present our case for whether or not we should make them important, and then just set it in stone what's important to each of us. And the way I thought we should do it is like, we'll say the holiday,
Yeah.
and then we say whether or not it's important to us,
Okay.
and then the other person just has to respect whatever that is for them. And so like if you say it's important and I say it's not important, that means you don't have to do shit for me, but I have to do something for you on that day.
Okay.
So if it's important to someone, then the other person has to respect that and put it in the calendar. Oh, I got to set up beforehand that I need to make this day about her or whatever it may be.
Yeah. Okay.
So that way we can move forward knowing what's important to the other person.
What do you think I'm going to say about Valentine's Day?
I don't know. That's
Oh.
why I'm doing
I'm
this.
curious.
To guess,
Yeah.
I would guess that you didn't really care.
Right.
That would be my guess. Because I can kind of sense when you're hiding something. Like, I do care about whatever happened, and I'm just not saying anything about
What are
it.
you doing right now?
I'm pulling out all the holidays. I took a photo.
You don't know the holidays?
There's random ones that you might forget.
Random ones? Like what kind of random ones?
So we'll start at the top.
Wait, what's a random holiday that you think I've forgotten? I'm curious.
Labor Day.
Labor Day.
Exactly. I think we should also put it into context for the boys. Like, should we do something for the boys to make it special?
That's a good idea.
So, like, for you and I, we'll talk about, and then we'll also talk about, should we celebrate this for the boys and do stuff in a way that the boys can do stuff?
Okay, go.
Okay. Christmas Day.
Yes.
So it's important.
Yes.
So you want, and then centered around that, do you want special gifts on Christmas Day?
I don't need gifts, but I need a Christmas Day. Like I need gifts I need some gifts for the kids. I need it to be like special in terms of we have tradition around it. We do the same thing each year. We have extended family around.
Okay.
Like, so yes, but I don't necessarily need a gift.
So Christmas, importante.
Yeah.
As far as the day.
It's probably the most important one for me.
But not the gift section of that.
I feel like everything around it's more important.
Okay.
I don't like spending a lot of money on myself.
Gotcha.
I don't like So maybe you should probably buy me a gift because I don't buy myself anything. So it's probably like the one time of the year.
That's what's important to you.
But maybe it is because it's like the one time of the year where I'm like okay with like with us spending money on me.
Okay.
So
gift and celebration.
Yeah.
Okay. For me,
gift.
The celebration doesn't really matter.
I know. I just told you yours.
But the gift matters.
Oh my God. I know. I know the answer to all of yours.
No, you don't.
Okay.
You don't know the answer to all of mine.
Mm-hmm.
Gift matters.
Yes, I know this.
Okay? It matters. And I should not know what it is.
Oh, you are the worst person to buy
I should
for.
not know what it is. And you should have picked it out sometime in the rest of the year. You should
No,
have figured out what I needed.
Stop.
I'm telling you. Are you
for
this
serious
is what's
right
actually
now?
important to me.
Are you serious
This is
right
why
now?
I thought we should have this conversation.
So you
you failed every Christmas that we've ever been
Oh,
together.
shut
I'm dead serious because you've never done something to surprise me or put much effort into.
That's not true. Effort is there. The effort is there.
Much creativity into making it special for me.
Oh, I'm so insulted right now.
I'm serious.
All right.
Do you disagree with that?
Note taken.
Do you feel like you've really given it your all?
I try get you surprise gifts and you never like them.
Can you name one of those gifts?
Yep.
What was one of those gifts?
I got you that like sleeping bag thing that you go surfing in.
I loved that gift. That's one of my most cherished gifts from you.
Where is that? You never use that.
That doesn't matter. The meaning behind that was fantastic. Absolutely love that one.
So I haven't failed.
It's true. You did well with that one.
There's been others, but not many more that you haven't. How did you know I was going to get you the wood this year?
Because I sent you.
You sent me like 10 things, and that's what I chose.
I expect all of them. That's how I knew. It's because I sent it to you.
Yeah, but you didn't know which one. So I don't like surprises. If you're going to give me a gift,
No shit.
Okay.
But I think that's the clarity of this. Is like
that's fine.
Your
I'm glad
method for you.
You've never told me that. Do you know that? You've never said to me that it's really important that I surprise you. This is the first time I've heard about this.
I understand that you feel that way. I feel like I've expressed it.
I would have done it if you had have expressed it. Because
we can agree to disagree.
When I say give me your list, that's probably the moment you should say, surprise me.
Because I don't trust your surprises. Because I don't think you value me getting me a gift.
That's not true. I understand how important gifts are to you.
But I don't think you value it the same way I do, and that's why I'm having this conversation with you. Like, you think it's in jest that I'm saying this.
No. I understand. Because you do not let me forget how important gifts are to you.
Okay, you have yet to do it right then.
But that doesn't mean I'm not trying. I might just be terrible at doing it. I've never had to do this before. So I'm thinking like it's really stressful for me.
Any more wine?
It's really stressful
get more wine
for me to have to like to do it. Like it's not just I'm not good at this, so it's really hard for me to do.
Right.
So like I'm putting myself on the line to do it. I'm like being really courageous and vulnerable. And then when I get like turned down by you because I didn't do the right thing, doesn't make me want to do it again.
Right. Can you give me a time where you went like that and you went out on that limb and you did that?
The blanket. I tell you now, the blanket.
The actual blanket, not the sleeping bag thing, but the time that you got me a blanket.
Yes, because you like the whole year be like, I don't have a blanket on the couch that fits me. I'm like, I'm gonna surprise him with the blanket.
Right.
So I was like, in my head, I'm like, this is the best gift ever.
Right.
And I've never lived that down. Like,
right.
Every year.
That was Christmas, right?
That was your birthday.
That was my birthday.
Just so the people know, your birthday is less than 10 days after Christmas. It's 10 days.
Help that.
I'm not saying it's your fault. I'm just saying it's really hard to like double down on gifts.
You could think of it it's really hard to double down, or you could think of it it's really easy. All I got to do is think of gifts one time a year, and then we're good to go.
It's true, but that doesn't happen.
You could do that. You could do that. I'm just saying, like, you're playing the victim here.
Okay, we're spending way too much time on Christmas.
I don't think there's such thing as too much time on Christmas because it sets the tone for everything else that we're going to do.
Okay, what? So you want gifts and I don't?
No,
Oh.
you wanted gifts. But you wanted the gifts that you wanted based off of what you told me. You don't like surprises.
Don't like surprises.
The takeaway from this was that I didn't value how things were currently going.
Mm-hmm.
And I needed them different.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, do we need to talk about it more?
Nope. I mean, it sounds like, we'll just make another video when next Christmas rolls around and I get another blanket.
What are you hoping I'm going to say right now? Okay, I've said I'm going to do it. Like, do you want...
Oh, no, I didn't hear you say you were going to do it. I heard you say why you hadn't done it. Because I turned you down when you do it.
You haven't been listening to anything I've been saying. I said, yes, you want gifts and you want them to be a surprise. I understand that now.
Okay. I hear that.
Okay.
New Year's Day. Celebration necessary.
Yeah. I think we should celebrate New Year's Day. It's a new year.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we should do something that involves exercise with the family.
Okay. So you want a tradition for a New Year's Day exercise with the family?
Yeah, like we could all go swimming at the beach or surfing or take a big hike or something.
I like it.
It should be something about being outside and being active.
Okay. Doesn't matter to me. I'm down to set it up with you. New Year's Day, tradition with the fam.
Mm-hmm.
Independence Day.
Nope.
Right, yeah. I think we recognize it. We say Independence Day, but we don't need no particular celebration.
Yeah, I mean, undoubtedly, like, we will celebrate it because usually that's what people celebrate it.
Totally.
So, but it's
cool.
not important to me.
Right.
Obviously, I wasn't born here.
Yep, I get it. Thanksgiving.
Again,
you don't care about it.
Don't care about Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
But I think it's important for the kids to understand what it is. But
You think so?
But, well, do you not think so?
I don't know. I think that's the point.
My thing with Thanksgiving is, like, I feel like no matter who I talk to, even in this country, people have been born and raised here, like, a lot of people associate it with, like, spending it with the extended family and it being boring and not enjoying it, and like, oh, I had to go to so-and-so's house and do this, and and my experience of Thanksgiving has been bad food because I don't like any of the food. I didn't grow up with it. It's weird that you put pumpkin in everything and dry turkey, and like, it's just the worst. And yeah, I don't have any nostalgia around it, so I'm very judgmental of Thanksgiving.
Right. Well, so let's make I think Thanksgiving is an important time of year for people.
Yeah, I agree.
General, and I think we should respect that.
No, I do respect it, which is why but now we have a son who's born 2 days before Thanksgiving.
Right, so birthday giving.
So birthday is going to take precedent over Thanksgiving.
For sure, but it doesn't precedent. You don't celebrate 2 days before Thanksgiving.
What?
You don't celebrate 2 days before Thanksgiving.
No, but like I guess Thanksgiving's always on a Thursday, so it's, yeah. I was going to say, like, his birthday party might just happen before on the Thanksgiving. Sorry, we can't do Thanksgiving this year.
Anywho, I think we should probably start like a Friendsgiving tradition. I also think we should change the tradition to be more about baller food. Like, the idea is to cook the coolest food possible.
Yeah, I don't know why you guys are still hanging on to these soggy green beans.
We're not gonna. Like, we don't have to. We've never done it. You and I have never done it.
No, I know.
So we'll just cook some bomb.
We've had Thanksgiving here before.
Shiz.
And
yeah, we'll just make it so, like, no constraints on what you have to cook. If you want to bring something traditional, it better be effing good.
Right.
It can't be like sloppy out of a can. Not that out of a can's terrible if that's what you do. I'm just more like...
Well, but that's what I'm saying.
For us.
I think, well, for a lot of people, it's about, like, memories, and it's, you know what they grew up with.
Yeah.
So even though it's bad, they probably know it's bad, but they just still enjoy it, which is fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like the one thing we did growing up wasn't on like a holiday, but you know that, like, garlic bread?
Mm-hmm.
You get it, you like buy it from the store.
Yeah, and bake it.
Yeah. It's like the best.
It's the greatest.
But I'm sure it's terrible. It's so terrible that I just remember that, like, every, like, braai we had growing up, that garlic bread was a feature.
A braai is a barbecue, for those of you who are not from South Africa. Yeah. Do they say it in New Zealand too?
No.
Okay, Thanksgiving, settled. Labor Day?
Nope.
Same deal as Independence Day. It's fantastic. Just Memorial Day, respect it, same thing.
Yeah, I think the kids should be, as the older they get, like when those holidays are happening, we should recognize with them like why they're not going to school, or why they're not, why we're doing something special, or.
Right. I think that's fair.
Yeah.
And I think that's important too. We talk about it and we bring awareness to it and let them know the severity of it. Same Memorial Day, same with Veterans Day. What is Good Friday?
Good Friday is when Jesus died.
Don't think it was when Jesus died. Is it?
This is terrible. Was resurrected?
It's the Friday before Easter Sunday on which the crucifixion of Jesus is commemorated. Yeah. Yeah, that's when he died. That's when he was crucified.
Yeah.
When he died. Gotcha. Yeah, judging by our knowledge of it, I don't think we're going to be... Doesn't sound like something we're...
But Easter Sunday, yes.
Sure, well, there's a couple ones in between there. Martin Luther King Jr. Day.
It's not in between Easter Good Friday and Easter Sunday.
Why is it listed like this then? I feel like...
It's one day in between.
I'm pretty sure. Okay, well, you're right. But we'll get to Easter down the list.
No, do Easter now. It's after Good Friday.
Easter, we're going to do it.
Yes.
Yeah. What is there going to be about Easter?
I don't know. Right now it's about the Easter Bunny.
Right.
But
when do we bring in the reason that people worldwide, or is it worldwide? Mm-hmm. Worldwide celebrate. When they have just some more context for life?
I mean, yeah. Like whenever it seems appropriate.
Right.
Whenever they ask more questions about it, probably when they don't believe in the Easter Bunny anymore, and then it's like...
True, and then they're like, why do we celebrate a weird rabbit?
Right, and we're looking...
Craps eggs.
Right.
Yeah, good point. We'll do that. We'll do that, and then as soon as that, we'll just build some context around it and be like, hey, this is what some people believe. This is what
we'll learn with them.
What was that?
And we'll learn with them.
You know the gist of the stories. I got it. Okay, Easter. It's in. Celebrate for the kids. Gifts? No, I don't give a shit about gifts. You don't gifts.
Don't buy me gifts.
What about kids? Like, do we get them? We just get them like a basket, right? That they can find. It's more about the hunting than it is the gift.
I agree.
I think money would be better than candy. So
well,
like little.
Kids don't really eat chocolate, and that's usually what you get on Easter, isn't it? Here in this country.
Weird stuff. Yeah. Okay. Martin Luther King Day. Yep. I think we should talk to him about that every time it comes around.
Yep.
Columbus Day. Nope. I don't really care about that. We could talk to him about it and just be like, yeah, this is when somebody rediscovered an already discovered place. But here's why we celebrate it. I think teaching kids about stuff and just doing the context around it is good. Mm-hmm. Chinese New Year doesn't have much significance for us. I think that's one we can kind of pass up.
Yeah, like maybe in the future when they're
19, 20. Diwali? Don't know what that is.
That's Indian. Is that a...
Figured it was.
Indian...
I don't know what it is, so I don't think we're going to be celebrating it.
And our knowledge is... Are these like American holidays?
That's what it said. What about Mother's Day? So what's your feeling on Mother's Day?
Oh, like the kids can make me something.
Do you want like a gift from me? Like
no.
Here you go. I went out and bought you this.
No, I don't.
Okay, fantastic.
Wait, well, this is Father's Day coming up?
Father's Day.
Yeah.
I want 10 gifts. I want the nicest gifts on Father's Day. No, but I mean, I would like an act of service. I think that would be cool from the boys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So with the boys, the same sort of deal, like an act of service, like.
Yeah. Well, they make something or.
Yeah. Okay.
Because you're not. I'm their mother and you're their father, so you should. I don't understand why we would give each other gifts.
I don't either. It seems like one of those things where it's like the parent makes the kid buy a gift using the parent's money. It's like, look at this gift you got, and it's like, no, bullshit. But I don't think that's the case. If they independently say, hey, I'd love to spend some money on Mom for
That's
Mother's
fine,
Day,
yeah.
so be it. But if they do that for you, then you have to convince them to do it for me.
Oh my! You're serious?
No,
okay.
That's okay. St. Patrick's Day. I mean, that's my day. I'm feeling like you need to let me have that day to go surfing and do whatever I need to do. No, I don't need that day. Let's see. What are those last couple days? Valentine's Day. We talked about it.
Did we?
No, I guess we didn't. I guessed. But Valentine's Day, I'm assuming you don't really need anything.
I don't think so. Well, I'm not. Gifts aren't my love language, remember?
Right.
So for
you
me.
So what do you want for Valentine's Day then? You want like me to do the dishes?
I couldn't care less, to be honest. But maybe I'm
How
just.
about I make dinner on Valentine's Day? We just set it as I make the dinner Valentine's Day.
You've got a whole year to get out of that.
Well, no, because I'll make dinner other days. And
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't. Right now,
make dinner
in our lives,
and clean.
It's like.
And give you hot lovin'.
Okay.
I mean, I'll give it to you. I'll let you have some, like just a little bite off the side. Because you have to beg for it. I'll grace you with ZD. No? I'm just worried about putting this on camera?
I don't care. If anybody knows you well enough. Yeah, Valentine. I don't feel like how it's. I think it's cool to celebrate with the boys and like, maybe. Like because you bought flowers today. I think it's nice for them to see you. Like I don't know who those were from. Was it from you or everyone? It's kind of everyone.
It's kind of from me.
I think it's nice to have the boys see you doing stuff for me.
So it's like a male role model day.
Yeah. And it should, but again, like that doesn't have to be Valentine's Day. But because it is the day we're celebrating love, like you don't need to give me a gift, but somehow showing an act of service,
something outside the norm.
Yeah,
like an act of service for the mom.
Mm-hmm. Well, and
I like that.
And I should do it to you too. Like they should see us both doing it to each other.
Okay. Act of service for the other person on Valentine's Day. Oh, that makes sense.
It's close to my
got you with that yawn.
You did.
Halloween, I think we should celebrate for the boys.
Yeah.
It's just a good, funny holiday.
I know. You guys love it.
You like it. Get over yourself.
It's fine.
It's fine. You get to dress up as weird shit and get free candy.
I don't like dressing up. Dressing up is the worst for me. And I don't eat candy. Like what? And I don't like my kids eating candy. But they really love it though.
Yeah, it's like as a kid, like
oh
think
my God.
about that holiday.
No, I know they love it. I get it.
Eat weird, dress up.
It's the best
free
for them.
Candy.
I think it's like one of the best holidays for them.
You want to tell everyone what your Halloween rules are?
It's a great rule.
Why don't you tell the audience what your Halloween rules are?
Well, my rule is that they're allowed to have as many pieces of candy as they are old. So
how does it feel when you say it out loud? Does it feel good?
It still feels just as great as the day I made it. Oaks is still stoked on it.
Of course he's stoked.
He got 6 pieces of candy this year.
I mean, no. September, October. Oh, you're right, he did. But how many did Arrow get? How many did Arrow get this year?
He got 2, but remember when Oaks was 2 and he got 2 pieces? How stoked he was?
Yeah, I do. But he didn't have Oaks to look at going, how much you get? A 6? Oh, okay. I just got these 2.
Yeah, and Arrow cried. I think he definitely squeezed like 2 more out of it.
I think Oaks gave him some of his.
Yeah.
Some of his 6.
No, not some of his 6.
Anyway.
Additional ones.
I think it's a good rule.
Anyway,
I like it.
Feel free to use my rule.
You just change the mentality around it. It's like rather than a gorging day, it's like the adventure is the treat, and like the dressing up is the treat.
Well, I'm okay for them to when they get a little older, like 8, 9. They can. I'll probably get rid of the rule.
Well, they'll all have to be 8, 9 or more, because when we have an 8-year-old Fox. Or 9-year-old Oaks, Errol will still be 6, where his other brother is.
I know, but what do you do about that?
I don't know. We'll figure that out when we get there.
But it's not like Oaks likes rules.
Yeah. We'll figure it out when we get there.
Do you think we need to change that rule?
No.
I don't feel like there's any like, oh, you can't have any more candy now. Like there's no like, we're not demonizing candy or, you know, on the night it doesn't feel like we're being harsh or like he gets it and he's like gets his 6 and eats them.
Yeah, he's
like
stoked on it.
He's stoked. Like if he was to then after be like, oh please can I have more candy? Like
I think it's just cultural that people don't do that. So like we
they
all
just
look
let
at
their
it,
kids gorge.
They just let their kids like hammer it and get after it. But I think there's also
Which is why they have no school the next day.
Right, because it doesn't make sense to take a bunch of wired up kids
to school.
I think the understanding of what sugar does to the cognitive capacity of a child was understated for a number of years. Because I don't think it's really the health ramifications. It's more just like, dude, you're gonna be a psycho for hours and then you're gonna black out and like.
Right. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna cause them long-term harm. It's more like in the moment. I mean, do you remember what happened to Arrow after that night?
Yeah,
he just flipped his lid.
Yeah, he was super cool to be with.
Yeah, he's too little to eat that much candy.
Right. Too much muscle. Guy. That's my impression. Was it spot on?
It's pretty good.
It was. Okay, celebrate Halloween. That's good.
I think that's pretty much it.
That's pretty much it. The only other two are your birthday and my birthday. So.
What about the kids' birthdays?
Kids' birthdays goes without saying, because we're just gonna celebrate those and get them presents and have a birthday. So that's great.
Let me guess, you want it to be a surprise?
I have held out hope for 9 years of our relationship.
Oh my gosh, I wish you had have said this.
That you would somehow surprise me. Well, it wouldn't be a surprise if I told you, hey, I want a surprise party.
You want a surprise party?
Or like a surprise something.
Why have you never said anything? How am I supposed to know this? I can't believe I've always just thought you don't want to get surprises.
I don't want to get gifts. I want to get surprises.
No.
I want nothing special on the special
Okay, now
days.
you're just being a total asshole. You want surprises for birthday and Christmas. And I'm
surprise. Christmas is like, I don't want like crank the Jack in the Box and a surprise. I want like a gift. I don't know what it is. It's like I like that. I like the idea of anticipating something awesome and getting something awesome.
But what if it's not awesome? You have to be okay with that.
No.
Yes, you do.
No. You need to be good enough to get me something
But I
awesome.
might not be. That's the thing. Like.
But you need to try. And
that's
you
what
need
I'm
to try
saying.
really hard.
If I try.
Starting now.
If I try, and I'm sorry that you're not the focus of my life right now. We have a 3-month-old baby. I'm not going to be trying to think about your Christmas gift in February.
What I'm saying is you can put the seed in your head and just think about it. Because I guarantee
that's not how I work, though.
I'm telling you, I know that. And I know that that's not how you work. I know you're going to come close to the time and you'll be like, well, I don't even know what he likes. He buys everything that he likes. Da, da, da. And you're just going to not do anything.
No, that's not true.
Well, then what do you think?
Because you just told me that you wanted a surprise. In the past, I haven't known about this whole surprise thing.
Okay.
So I will try my best to get you a surprise. But, like, that's not showing gratitude. I know that your birthday is special to you. I don't know that Christmas is special to you until now that you want a surprise for Christmas too.
Right, I guess. So you wouldn't say I need a new wetsuit.
You do not need a new wetsuit.
Right. Whereas in my mind, I'm like, God, I need a new wetsuit. But I still have a wetsuit.
You don't need a new wetsuit. I would like a new wetsuit.
Right.
Is the way to phrase that.
Good. Okay. All right. I mean, then your statement of I'm not going to buy you anything you need is probably a good one.
Yes, I would buy you a wetsuit.
Right.
Now, knowing what I know now about you.
Right.
I should have just bought you a freaking wetsuit for that birthday because you kept talking about it, and then you kept saying, no, I don't. It's okay. But I should have just bought you a wetsuit, and then you would be happy.
Don't even remember that.
And then the day of your birthday, oh, can we go to the Rip Curl outlet? I'm like, what for? Oh, I just want to see these wetsuits. I'm like, why didn't you tell me you wanted a wetsuit? I think you were like hoping that I'd get you a wetsuit without you knowing.
Maybe like hinted it, like.
But this is after we discussed not spending money.
But then how much of a surprise would that be? We're not spending money. We're not spending money. And then the chief of not spending money goes, I bought you this wetsuit. I think people have heard us argue enough.
We're not putting all this on there.
Oh, this is all going out.
No, it's not.